You know when you think a recipe is really difficult and then it turns out to be ridiculously simple for how good it is? Let's go with these pulled pork tacos. Get your rub on with brown sugar and a bunch of spices I'll include in the comments. Wrap the pork roast in plastic wrap and place in your fridge for a few hours. Transfer to a Dutch oven and add the halved onion, garlic, the juice of 2 oranges and 2 limes, the peels, and fresh oregano. Cover and bake for 3.5 hours at 300 degrees. Remove and pull the pork apart with forks on a baking sheet. Pour about a cup of the liquid from the pot onto the pork shreds and broil for 5 minutes until crispy. Next, assemble your tacos with avocado, pickled red onions, cilantro, and a mayo sriracha barbecue sauce. I've never done 23andMe or Ancestry DNA testing, but I think I might be part Mexican. Love your life.
Here I have for you one of the easiest recipes for these cookies. They're only 3 ingredients, they're plant-based, and they're delicious. So you start with a half a cup of oats and you blend that until it's a flour consistency. Then you add 5 tablespoons of peanut butter, then 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, and you give that a good mix. I usually roll them into balls and then place them down with a fork on parchment paper. And then you bake for around 20 minutes. And that's pretty much it. You can put it with jam or anything. It's so delicious.
Keto cheeseburger casserole. Y'all know how I roll. It's gotta be an easy dinner, it's gotta be quick, and it's gotta be something all my kids will eat. This is it. Watch till the end for the ingredients list. Brown your meat, add your onion, then add your seasonings, then add in all the sauces. Put it inside your casserole dish, top with the cheddar cheese, top with the bacon bits. Bake at 350 for 20 minutes, and it comes out looking like this. Follow and like for more easy keto recipes.
Taco, what do you think of the...
You can make this simple cake with just 3 ingredients. Here's how. Start by blending 350 grams of your favorite store-bought cookie in a food processor. We chose graham crackers, but you can pretty much use any kind of cookie that you like. Add the finely crushed cookies to a large bowl, then sprinkle in baking powder through a sieve. This is what's going to make your cake rise so it's fluffy instead of hard and dense. Whisk together, then pour in warm milk. Now use a spatula to thoroughly mix everything together. Once it has the consistency of a cake batter, pour into a 7-inch square pan lined with parchment paper that overhangs slightly. Gently shake the pan to remove any air bubbles and even out the top, then pop in the oven at 340 Fahrenheit for 15 minutes. You can test if it's fully cooked by piercing the center with a skewer or toothpick. If it comes out clean, the cake is fully cooked. Remove from the pan and invert onto a clean cutting board or plate. Gently peel off the parchment paper and allow the cake to cool completely. Once it's cooled, top your cake with your favorite icing. Here we used a simple white chocolate ganache. Try this recipe at home and let us know which cookies you used and how it went.
My incredible, easy, healthy, delicious berry crumble that is oh so healthy. Ice cream gelato or froyo is totally optional, but other than that, this recipe is to die for and really clean. Let's get started. Add 4 cups of fresh berries to a 9 by 13 inch dish. Just enough for it to cover the bottom. 1 tablespoon of flour, any flour you love, and a nice sprinkle of cinnamon on top. Mix it all together. Now in a separate bowl, add 2 cups of rolled oats, half a cup of almond flour, 1/3 cup of pure maple syrup, and a nice pinch of salt. Mix it all together and top off your berries and make sure it's nice and compact. Now a tablespoon of avocado oil gets brushed on top. Bake in the oven 350 degrees for 45 minutes, and then I put it for 1 to 2 minutes on broil until it was nice and crispy on top. Enjoy on its own with some yogurt, gelato, froyo, or anything you love. You can make this with any berry or even diced apples. Feel free to improvise and follow me for more.
If you're keto or low carb, you're gonna love this cauliflower risotto. So I just sauteed up some onion and then garlic, added my cauliflower rice, and then some bone broth, let that steam, and then added heavy cream and Parmesan cheese. And then I just seasoned it with salt, pepper, and parsley, and it was so delicious.
I was looking for a yummy snack and I decided to try these air fried tempura green beans. They were so addicting, I ate the whole plate. So first create a batter with cornstarch, 1 tablespoon of it, with 1 tablespoon of mayonnaise and some lemon pepper seasoning, about 1 tablespoon of water, and that's our batter. That's it. Then we take our green beans and we're going to just toss it in there and then put them in the air fryer. 390 for about 12 minutes max, and then halfway through you want to flip them and they're gonna look like this. They are so crunchy and delicious. I actually really love them. Here, listen. So try them out yourself.
Big Boy Cooks, today we got another Will It Season video. Today you guys requested cherry Kool-Aid. I'm gonna keep on doing this, so at least request something kind of good, but I have something to say, so just listen up and hear what I gotta say. By the way, these steaks, I understand we're wasting steak, some of you guys might say. So the amount we paid for the steak, we're gonna donate to the No Kid Hungry Foundation. So now that you heard that, we're gonna be smoking these steaks at 250 for about 10 to 15 minutes each side. Then after that, we're gonna put it on a gas grill. No way in heck I'm gonna put this on a cast iron. Get the beautiful grill marks, let it out, let it rest for about 5 minutes, wall to wall medium, and I'll let you know how I like it. Kool-Aid steak. Will it season?
Let's make decadent flourless chocolate brownies. Start with 8 ounces of chocolate and add 6 ounces of melted butter. Mix on low until the chocolate is melted and add in 1 cup of sugar. Follow that with 5 eggs and mix until light and fluffy. Add in 3/4 cup of cocoa, mixing until thoroughly combined. Finish with a 1/2 cup of chocolate and spread out onto a 13x9 or quarter sheet tray. Top with coarse salt and bake at 350 for 20 minutes.
Alright, so I'm not gonna lie to you, this is one of the best side dishes I've ever made in my life, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I was at work, I was stressed out, we were understaffed, I was doing 3 stations, and I was tight as fuck, so I was like, yo, let me be creative with it. So I thought about these creamy potatoes, right? I'm gonna call these cream pots. Yeah, you heard me. Cream pots. Alright, so boom, we're gonna take our potatoes, we're gonna cut into little dices like this, and now we're gonna fry them after we boil them to get that nice, beautiful, crispy, melanin crust, right? Alright, so after you saute the potatoes, you're gonna season these shits heavy. I'm talking about Lizzo heavy. I'm talking about 250 bench press heavy. I'm talking about 350,000 squat heavy. You know what I mean? You're gonna put a bit of butter in the pan, a little bit of flour, you're gonna put your seasoning, the full recipe is gonna be on my Instagram. So follow me at Great Value Bobby for all my recipes. Fuck you talking about, right? Alright, so this step right here is really crucial. You're gonna put that milk in slowly. If you put it all at once respectfully, you're gonna get some ricotta ass cheese. That's not, you want a nice silky cheese sauce, right? Now we're gonna take our potatoes on the bowl, put a little bit of scallions, add a little bit more of that cheese sauce into the bowl. Now we're gonna mix it with that beautiful glad. I don't even know what name to call this, right? Alright, so you're gonna take the potatoes, you're gonna put them in the monkey bowl, put the cheese sauce all the way to the brim, right? You want to get that nice, beautiful, crispy brown crust on the edges. Everything's about aesthetic. Put a little bit of sharp cheddar, panko, and then you're gonna put some candy bacon on top. You're gonna give that boy a buck.
All the comfort flavors right here with this feels like home chicken and gravy. To a crock pot, combine water, gravy mix, chicken soup, garlic powder, paprika, salt, and pepper. Once combined, add the chicken, coat well, cover, and cook on high 4 to 5 hours or low 6 to 7. This chicken dish is delicious, served over mashed potatoes, rice, noodles, or mashed cauliflower, but our favorite is stuffing. Add chopped onion and mushrooms to melt the butter and cook on medium-high until tender. Add chicken broth and water, bring to a boil, turn off the heat, and fold in the stuffing mix. Rest for 3 minutes, then fluff with a fork. Once the chicken is done, remove to a separate bowl. Add the cream cheese cubes, allow to cook on high 2 to 3 minutes. Cut the chicken into large pieces, then whisk in the cream cheese until blended well. Gently fold the chicken back into the gravy and you're ready to plate. Serve atop your preferred side dish with a nice ladle of gravy on top. It is oh so delicious.
I can't decide whether this creme brulee oatmeal is breakfast or dessert. I think it's both, but either way, it's a must try. To make, you want to add your oats and water to a pot and bring to a low boil. I like to add my plant milk halfway through, along with some vanilla bean paste, some protein powder, which is optional, maca powder, which adds a little bit of a caramel flavor but is also optional, and then a little touch of maple syrup. Once your oats are nice and thick, you want to transfer to a bowl and sprinkle with some sugar. And then we're gonna break out our blowtorch and get to work. If you don't have a blowtorch, you can also put this in the oven to broil for a few minutes, but this is the best way to get that nice crunch.
My sister made these firecracker shrimp a few weeks ago, and it's probably my favorite shrimp recipe now. Start by butterflying the shrimp and then pounding them dry. Seasoning flour consists of flour, cornmeal, garlic powder, and paprika. Make an egg wash with 2 eggs, a splash of buttermilk, and a little bit of that seasoning flour. Shrimp is going to start in the seasoning flour, then into our egg wash, and finish it off in some panko. Fry them at 375 degrees for about 1 to 2 minutes aside. To make the sauce, we use some mayo, sriracha, sweet chili, garlic, pepper, lemon juice, and chili flakes. Coat the shrimp in the sauce and finish it off with a little bit of chopped parsley.
Here's how we like to make sheet pan shrimp. I start by lining a baking sheet with some foil, just for easier cleanup. Then I add 4 tablespoons of butter and pop them in the oven to melt. While that's melting, I slice 2 large lemons. Then I take my melted butter and line my lemons up in the pan. Then I top the lemons with my shrimp. Then I season the shrimp with a packet of Italian dressing mix. Then and I bake them at 400 for 10 to 12 minutes. I like to spoon a little bit of the lemon butter over the shrimp after they're done.
How to tenderize or velvet your chicken. Add 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda on your 8-ounce chicken, marinate for 20 minutes. Then rinse and pat dry. Add to a hot pan with oil. Use your seasonings of choice. Cook your chicken until it's ready to go. And now you know.
I saw this potato hack, then I turned it into breakfast. Cut the ends off a potato, lay down a few skewers on a flat surface, then thinly slice the potato vertically using the skewers to prevent it from cutting all the way through. Flip the potato over and make some diagonal cuts. Carefully fit a skewer in the center of the potato and then fan it out. For the spice mixture, combine a little bit of garlic powder, some smoked paprika, and onion salt. Then add a little bit of olive oil. Add that seasoning to the potatoes, then put it on a baking sheet and cook it at 400 degrees for 25 minutes. Add some cheese, then some bacon, then some egg, then some more cheese, and then the other potato. Never skip egg day.
Confession, the only reason I watch the Super Bowl is for the commercials and the food. Rinse and pat dry your chicken wings, toss them with vegetable oil and copious amounts of garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and pepper. Bake them for 30 minutes at 400 degrees, then turn them and bake them for another 25 minutes. In a small pot, heat your hot sauce and honey. When it gets hot, add butter and stir until melted. Remove the wings and toss them with this sauce. Then broil them until they caramelize for a few minutes. They get so crispy and the sauce is spicy and sweet. Love your life.
So I heard this pasta was so popular in Finland that they actually ran out of feta cheese. I had to try it for myself, and let me tell you, it's worth all the hype. Start with cherry tomatoes and garlic in an oven dish. Add some olive oil, season with oregano and salt and pepper. Now for the magic. Add a block of feta in the middle, season and pop in the oven for about 30 minutes. I love roasting garlic for that beautiful flavor and creaminess. Mix all together for that incredible sauce. Now just add your pasta and fresh basil. It's creamy, sweet and salty in every bite.